What happens when a neurodivergent person stops trying to be understood and begins to speak from something deeper, something that resists understanding altogether? We are often told to be authentic, to show our true selves. But what if the true self isn't something we can show, or even describe? Let me take you into the thinking of Jacques Lacan, psychoanalyst who believed that our inner lives are shaped by three forces: the imaginary, the symbolic, and the real. Let's begin there. Part 1. Three layers of the psyche. The imaginary is the realm of images. It's where we form our sense of self, mirroring others, creating ideal versions of who we think we should be. The symbolic is the realm of language and law, the place of structure, social norms, and shared meaning. It's where we get our names, our roles, our place in the world. This is where Lacan says the big other lives, that invisible force that tells us what's acceptable, what's valued, what's real. It's not a person. It's the voice we carry in our heads when we ask, "Am I doing this right?" Then, there's the real. Not reality, but the real. The part of life that language can't capture. The scream behind the words. The glitch in the pattern. The bodily truth that has no name. Part 2. Neurodivergence and the big other. Now, what happens when a person's way of being doesn't match what the big other expects? That's the life many neurodivergent people live. The world of norms, how to speak, how to move, how to think, how to feel, feels off. Alien. Demanding. Exhausting. And so, they mask. They suppress. They rehearse. They perform versions of themselves that might be acceptable. Not to deceive, but to survive. But that performance comes at a cost. Exhaustion. Disconnection. Self-doubt. Burnout. Because the symbolic order, the world of roles and rules, was never built with them in mind. Part 3. Speaking from the real. But what happens when a neurodivergent person stops masking? What happens when they stop trying to be seen by the big other and instead begin to speak anyway? Not to be liked. Not to be understood. But to speak from the real. This kind of speech doesn't always make sense. It might be nonlinear. It might be silence. It might be music, movement, a pattern, a stem. It might sound like poetry. It might sound like chaos. But it comes from beneath the surface. From that place that resists translation. And that is powerful. Part 4. No escape, but there are openings. Lacan said something strange. He said, the big other does not exist. What he meant was, we act as if there is one consistent authority, one shared logic that everyone must follow. But that's an illusion. The symbolic is full of contradictions. Its power lies in how much we believe in it. So when someone stops performing, stops contorting themselves to fit that belief, they expose the cracks in the system. They show that the normal world isn't truly universal. And never was. Part 5. A new kind of symbolic. So no, we cannot escape the symbolic altogether. We live in language. We need meaning. We want connection. But we can reshape it. We can build new symbolic orders, not imposed from above, but formed through encounter, creativity, and care. That might mean letting steaming be speech. Letting silence be presence. Letting difference be declaration. And when we speak from that place, from the real, through the cracks, we might not be understood by all. But some will hear us. Some will feel it. And that's how a new world begins.